Hello, my name is Stephen Bedard, and I am a graduate of McMaster Divinity College 99, '01, and '07. And my wife Amanda is also a current McMaster student and is just finishing off her Master of Theological Studies. I am the current pastor of Queen Street Baptist Church in St. Catharines, and I'd like to talk to you about disabilities and the church. And I will say upfront that my interest in this comes both as a pastor of a local church that has people with disabilities, but also as a father of two children with autism who have been significantly affected by that disability. And so what I want to share with you are 10 commandments for a church to be disability friendly. And the first commandment is that a church must be welcoming. Now you might be thinking, well, all churches are welcoming. They have it on the sign out front, so obviously there's no problem. And yet when it comes to disabilities, not all congregations are welcoming. I have talked to numerous families who have been told, do not bring your child to church. We do not want them here. They are too disruptive. They cause too much problems. It's too much work. Do not bring them to our building. And I've talked to numerous other people with disabilities who definitely have not felt welcome when they have come to church. They have been tolerated in the building, but have not felt included and have not felt invited into the life of the church. And so it is not always the case that congregations are welcoming. So if you want to be a disability-friendly church, you must be a welcoming church. The second commandment is that there is a need for clear communication between the leadership and the family and the individual with a disability. I took a break from pastoral ministry for a number of years, and we were looking at attending a church, and we ended up meeting with the lead pastor and the family pastor. And the lead pastor actually was a grad from McMaster Divinity College. And they met with us, and they didn't claim to have all the answers. They didn't set up a plan of what they were going to do. They just sat and listened. They were willing to hear what our concerns were, and they took on a posture of learning. And that communication really meant a lot to us. And so even though we knew that there would probably be some issues in attending church with our children, we felt confident that they were at least going to try. There was that ongoing communication between us. The third commandment that I'd like to share with you is that you should not give a person or a family a dirty look during worship if their family member with a disability makes a sudden noise or a movement. One time when we were attending that church that we ended up going to, our son in the middle of the service just said, "Just kill me now." Now, he wasn't saying that because he felt that the service was too boring. He likes to script from movies, and that came from one of the movies that he was enjoying at the time, and maybe it reflected his emotion, who knows. But our pastor did not get upset with that. Did anyone give us a dirty look? Probably there was some. But I'll tell you that if someone is visiting your congregation and they have one of those sounds or one of those outbursts, the last thing that they need is a dirty look. That is not going to make them stop. It's not going to make them feel more comfortable. It is something that is just going to make the situation worse. So have some grace. These sounds, these movements, these actions are going to take place, and we just have to allow congregational worship to be a place where things happen, and maybe church is messy. So that is the first 3 commandments for the 10 commandments to be a disability-friendly church. Be watching for the next commandment.